Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another unboxing video. This one's Moebius's from 2001 A Space Odyssey, the Discovery XD1 in 1/350th. This was released in 2020, still a very popular release. You can also get a larger version of this in 1:144, but I don't have quite room for that, so I don't have that in the stash right now. Anyway, let's take a look and see what's in the box of this wonderful looking kit. Very iconic spaceship, wonderful looking box art. I have already taken everything out of the bags. Everything was bagged separately. So just so you know, it didn't come like this. So we're going to go through the sprues one at a time and we'll see what goes on. So there is a bunch of sprues. Some are duplicates. And there was two parts that came separate, released from the sprues. So the first part is the top of the command module. Again, you can see the very nicely cast pieces there. And the second piece was just one of the support arms for the back. Alright, moving on to the first sprue, the rest of the command module here. Again, very nicely cast. You've got the famous pod bays, backside there, injection molding where it should be, the pin marks. Some of the supports. Again, nice bit of recessed panel lines. So very nice detail on the molding though. If you have a look there. Very nice. I love this little detail. So it kind of reminds me of Bandai kits. Okay, the next two sprues are identical. And they're the drive section, so I'm just going to show you one. So we'll start with this one here. The drive section, some support arms, etc. Not a high part count in this kit, so I think it'll go together fairly easily. And then the next three sprues are the support bases and the cargo sections of the ship. So again, I'm just going to show you one. So again, there's some of the nice casting. Get it in focus here. There we go. As you can see, very nice. Move it across, move it down, and as you can see, very nicely cast. Alrighty. And there's also some clear bits. So the other extra goodies came also, as I said, separately packed. These are the three support rods. There's a bit of photo etch and this clear piece, which I did take out of the plastic, which is the window for the command module. And then we have a bit of photo etch, and I love how they did this. This is the antenna bars for the famous AE-35 unit, which we all know from the movie, played a significant part. And it again is just a tiny piece of photo etch with 4 sections basically. There it is. You can kind of see it there. Very nice looking. So I like the way they packaged this up. This looked very good, I must admit. And then, as I said, the three little metal support bars that are just in there for holding the kit up. You'll see in a minute. It does come with one larger support rod. This goes inside the spine of the ship and holds the entire thing together. Because I don't think glue would do it for you. Alright, instructions. Standard Moebius, very good instructions. They talk about painting and stuff like that. First steps, of course, are the main command pods and the pod bay doors with both the numbers and the name of the parts. Again, Moebius is awesome, where they do give tips and suggestions, like making sure the orientation for these rear panel and rear plates is correct. Next we have the propulsion block. Pretty self-explanatory. A couple of parts, some details, and some of the extra goes in. Again, reminding people to make sure they are using the correct locator and orientation. Next up are the thrusters. and the cargo module. So did you know there was 5 different types of cargo modules in the original model? There's 6A, 9B, 9C, 18D, and 18E. So again, full descriptions on how those all go together, along with the cargo module supports. And then this one, which I think is neat, it's kind of a little kit in itself, the AE35 antenna module. So we've got how to assemble all that, including the photo etch. They even give you a nice jig to help bend the appropriate crossbars here that are there from the dishes, for the small antenna dishes and the large antenna dish. And then how to display it properly on the display stand, and of course the other display stands there. And then over 2 pages, how to assemble the whole thing together. So this talks about putting the metal support rod in first, putting the command module, putting the forward support modules in. Again, they give you some tips for making sure it's oriented correctly. Then the antenna module assembly and the rear support modules. And then a very nice picture showing all 5 cargo modules here and their sizes, so you can get a good orientation of what's what, and then the exact order of which they go in. So that's really slick, I have to admit. And then the orientation for the cargo, or not the cargo, the thrusters. Make sure you got your engines pointing the right way. And then last but not least, as Moebius is like to do, they provide a very nice painting suggestions, including talking about the original Discovery miniature. So it was painted matte white in very subtle gray panel details in selected areas. And it was not weathered. Depth was achieved entirely by strong lighting, which casts long shadows and emphasized detail. And then they give you some tips and techniques you can use if you want to make some depth up, and including one technique and a second optional technique. So yeah, all in all, a very nice looking kit. So that is the Moebius 2001 kit of the Discovery. I'm going to look forward to building this one. This should be a fun kit to build. Looks like fairly straightforward. Again, a lower part count, but just a lot of part counts the same. It's almost like doing tracks on a tank. And you can still get these from Moebius and around, so they're still very popular. You can order them at various stores. So definitely check that one out if you're into sci-fi. As always, don't forget to check out my podcast at thescalemodelpodcast.com. You can see some additional pictures I'll take of this kit, the sprue shots, at blackfire.ca. Don't forget to like and subscribe to both. As always, stay safe, thank you, and be well.